Alright, y'all. We are live, hopefully. Hopefully everybody can see and hear me, and we're 5x5 and all that good stuff. But anyway, it is Tuesday night, and we're doing a live stream. Hey, Diabetic, good to see you in here. I'm good. How about you? Was hoping to get in here earlier, about 9 o'clock like normal, but running behind with some things and getting the kids ready for bed and all that kind of stuff, so I'm running a few minutes late on that. But anyway, other than that, hopefully everybody's been good. We've been staying busy and normal work and homestead stuff and all that regular life, but we are finally getting a little bit of rain. We got a little bit of rain today. I hadn't checked my rain gauge, but we got a shower this morning, and then we got a downpour this evening, and we're supposed to be getting more rain tomorrow. I went out and aerated the pasture a little bit today after the first shower, where it softened the ground up a little bit, and hopefully some of this rain will soak in and bring the grass back out. It's starting to dry up and die and all of that stuff. So we've had a unusually dry summer here. Usually we have rain once a week, or at least once every 2 weeks, but we hadn't had it this year. So as a result of that, everything's a little bit different. I believe the weather patterns are changing, and we just have to learn how to adapt with it the best way possible, I guess. But anyway, appreciate everybody watching and following and all of that good stuff with the channel. We are moving ahead towards the 4,000 watch hours for the monetization. We've got 3,400 and something. I forgot the exact number, but anyway, we're getting there slowly but surely. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully y'all have got some kind of value out of the last couple of videos that I've been able to make. I've been making a lot of tractor videos lately, and made a composting video, and I've got a couple more videos I'm working on putting together, and have them out soon. One of them is tips for beginning homesteaders, or somebody thinking about getting into homesteading and stuff like that. A lot of people do list videos, and I kind of went in order, but I don't even remember how many points I brought up in it. So it's hopefully something y'all will get some value out of. It's really something that I wish I'd have known to start with. It would have saved us a little bit of time and money and headache and all of that fun stuff. So that'll be coming out soon as I get it uploaded and all of that fun stuff. But the tractor's been doing good. I've been really impressed with it, and as long as it'll hold up long term the way it's doing now, then I'm going to be happy with it. It's going to serve its purpose. We're still using the old Ferguson tractor too, because you always need different tools. It's never a one size fits all situation. Takes a lot of different things to accomplish different tasks. So we've been working on that. Been dealing with a sick goat. The little small one we had, the one that we got as a bottle baby, she ended up getting sick and not making it over this past weekend, and been a lot of stuff going on. We did hay last week. Hey Ruth, good to see you. We did hay last week, and we still got some more to do in the future here, and It's fun stuff. I enjoy doing it. I've always enjoyed fooling with the hay and all. And we used a square baler, so that was a learning experience. I've never used one of them before. And I appreciate that, Diabetic. But yeah, I finally got the hydraulic controls on and hooked up and working on the Massey Ferguson tractor, and I got the round baler out the other day and went through, got it going. The head was out of adjustment, and get it opened up and let it cycle a little bit and try to oil it and grease it and everything like that. So hopefully it'll be able to serve its purpose. That I've used that baler for a long time. That's the one I always used baling hay as a kid. And different tractor though. This tractor here, the Ferguson, we never used that to bale hay with, but it looks like to me it ought to do fine. We had a little bit of hay left laying around in the field, and I ran around and baled it up so I could try it a little bit, and also to clean it out of the field and stuff, and brought it up here and kicked it out and pull the hay off of it, do different things. I'm trying something new in my chicken pen where we don't free range ours or move them around or anything like that. I'd like to, but we just hadn't got to that point yet, so they're stationary. But they've long since been through the grass on it, and it's down to bare dirt and mud when it rains and all that stuff. So I packed the ground in there down with hay, try to keep them off the ground a little bit, and soak up the mud when we have rain and all. And also I figured there's probably some things that they can forage out of that hay, scratch around and pick around in there. And also once it gets down to matted down and decomposing, then I can scoop it out and take it to the compost pile. So that's going to be beneficial to us, I believe. And yeah, different things like that. We're always, a bucket of chicken would be good. It's been too hot around here and we hadn't had the time, but we've got about 30 roosters that we need to put in the pan, so that'll be coming up sometime soon. I did get the chicken plucker working. I had to put a new end on it to plug it in and all of that fun stuff. So it's been a lot of little projects that we've been tackling and getting a hold of and stuff like that. But it's always something to do, and usually I look for something to do. I can't stand sitting around anymore. I hate wasting time. I want to be doing something and doing something productive. Yeah, that's right. I can't wait till we get them done and have a big chicken dumpling pot and make some homemade biscuits to put in there, and we'll be in good shape then. But that's what we're working towards, is being as self-sufficient as possible and being able to raise as much of our own food as possible, because several different reasons. I mean, the cost of food is going up so much with inflation and everything like that, plus what we grow here and we produce ourselves, we know exactly what's in it and what ain't in it, so that makes a big difference to us. It's definitely a lot more healthy and a lot more organic being able to do it that way, because I'll have to do that, Ruth. I'll have to save you some. But we try to do it as organic as possible here. We don't spray pesticide or herbicides or any of those sides. We let it do its natural thing. We will put down some commercial fertilizer and lime and things like that, but we're working on to it. That's exactly right, Diabetic. It is going up every day, and we definitely have not seen the end of it. It will continue to rise, that's for sure. But I'm trying. Um, I've been trying to do a lot of research, listening to different people and things like that on small farming and homesteading and organic stuff and all that. It's definitely a rabbit hole you can go down. And we've been trying to find the best way to run and set our farm and homestead up so that it is self-sufficient as possible. We're building the compost pile up, and it's going to take a while to break down, but we are working on that, putting it in place. I wish I'd have started the compost a long time ago, and I'm going to need to find me a spreader so we can spread the dirt over these fields. If we can produce enough compost, we'll be able to spread it on the hay fields, spread it on the pasture, and put some in the garden and everything like that, because I mean, it's natural organic fertilizer, and it's a real big deal. It's a lot. The compost is a lot more beneficial than I ever thought it was, because to start with, homestead and everybody just starts talking about compost, but it's something that I overlooked, and it's very important. Yeah, Ruth, it's not good. It's going to be a lot more shortages to come, that's for sure. Even in the animal world, the prices around here of the animals themselves have been up quite a bit. We've went to a couple sales and tried to pick up another cow or a goat or something here and there, but the prices are just going so outrageous that we hadn't been able to swallow that pill. A bottle baby calf has been going for $200 or a little bit more around here lately, and that's just too much to pay for one. Hey, Ark Wild Man, good to see you in here. But it's just more than we want to pay. A half-grown cow to a full-grown cow is still going about $900 to $1,000. Some of them quite a bit more than that. I mean, I've seen them $1,200, but I really don't want to pay no more than $600 or $700 for one, to be honest. And the goats, I'd like to pay $100 or $150 maybe, and most of them have been going $200 plus, and I mean, it's just more than I want to pay for something that you don't know anything about. The genetics, the history. Also, it could get sick and die or whatever, anything like that, and then you're out of quite a bit of money that way. So we've been biding our time on that. I'm expecting here in a few months when, as we get into the winter and everybody has to start feeding hay and stuff like that, a lot of people tend to get rid of their herds then, so they don't have to feed them over the winter. A lot of them will buy them in the summer and put on the land to keep the land maintained and everything. And then when we get into the winter season, they'll sell them back off. Hey, Brian Keefe, good to see you. Yeah, Diabetic. I just heard of Ark Wildman here the other night when I was listening to Papa Prepper, so I jumped over and subscribed and everything. I have to go on there and catch up on his videos and everything like that. And Arkman, last Billy was 150. They have been going anywhere from $200 to even $300. Some of them $350 for real top-notch Billies around here. And pretty much all the the breedings, the Boer, the Nubians, and I'm not all that familiar with the goat breeds and everything. That's more my wife's thing, but they've been going really, really high, in my opinion. I want to get a Alpine goat. I think they look pretty cool, to be honest. Yeah, Brian Keefe, that doesn't sound too good. Hmm. Yeah, you gotta watch out for that rusty metal. It'll get you. That's a good thing, diabetic. Fish is a really good meat and protein source. I hadn't had a lot of chance to do a lot of fishing and everything, which I ain't never been no real big fisherman or anything, but it's it's a good thing to do. It's also a good thing if you got the land and homestead and all. If you have a water source on it, like a pond or anything like that, that you can stock. That's also a prep. Um, that's something that, we've got some ponds around here, so I don't really think about it. But that is something to consider. If you're building a homestead, you might need to build a pond on it as well. Yeah, Arkman, we had a Nubian, the little bottle baby. That's the one that we lost this past weekend, and the rest of them we got are just Boers, which they're alright. They're cool, but I want an Alpine. I like the way they look. They're pretty cool. And the Nubians, we wanted to get some Nubians for the dairy breed to be able to milk them and stuff, but uh, we just haven't got that far. It's raising goats is a whole lot different than I thought it was going to be. We haven't had any kids here on the farm ourselves. We've got one now that we're 99% sure she's pregnant, and we got a couple of others that are possibly pregnant, but we had one that was pregnant earlier on, and she ended up losing it, so it set us back. you know I think they carry them like 5 months or something, so it's taken a while, and we hadn't been able to milk any of these. All of them that we've had have not had a kid, or they've been dried up and things, so we've been trying to get them to kid out so we can get some milk off of them and everything like that. Yeah, Ruth, I really enjoy living in the country. Yeah, that's exactly right, diabetic. I need to look into that. Um, I've never done those before, but I need to look into that. Yeah, that's exactly right, Brian Keith. That is a good thing to have, and yep, good for 10 years. So it does. That is a good thing. I got my last tetanus shot 2 years ago, I think. So I guess I got about 8 years left in me. But who knows? We'll see. Yeah, Arkman. So with the milk thing, I've only ever had pasteurized cow milk up until here lately. So I don't care much for it, and if I drink a lot of it or whatever, it will mess my stomach up, so I tend to stay away from it. A buddy of mine had some goat milk, and I tried that, and I really liked it. It didn't taste as heavy as cow milk to me, and it had good flavor, and it didn't bother my stomach and all that. That's really when we decided to get the goats and try to get into the dairy goat and stuff like that. But anyway, some other friends of ours have gotten milk from people with dairy cows and stuff, and the straight, non-pasteurized, straight cow milk, I've drank that, and I like that a lot better than the pasteurized. And so far, it hadn't messed my stomach up or anything like that. I think it tastes a lot better, and it's definitely more healthy for you, I believe. Um, I don't care for the store milk, the pasteurized anymore. Yeah, I don't like snakes, diabetic. Yeah, Brian Keefe, it's a lot of skeeters are here. Yeah, Ark man, the goat milk has a lot of benefits, and that's why we wanted to get into it. And hopefully we can figure this goat deal out, get our feet going under that. Um, we're gonna try to acquire some more as we can find them for a decent price and everything. But yeah, with the milk deal, the pasteurized store stuff, it's pretty much like everything else. I mean, when it gets into the big commercial market and it's just, a product, it's, in my opinion, I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble with, YouTube or whatever, anything like that, but I don't think so. But it's just, in my opinion, it's not fit to eat or drink. I mean, it's just nasty, to be honest with you. The milk and stuff, I can't deal with it. And that's like with the garden stuff. I mean, once you've had a good garden grown tomato, you just can't eat that crap they sell in the grocery store. I mean, it ain't got no flavor in it. It's like chewing on a piece of shoe leather, and I can't deal with it. If it don't come out the garden, then I don't eat the tomato. That's all it is to it. The same way with eggs. Eggs out of the store or restaurant or anything you get like that, it ain't fit to eat. Yeah, Brian Keefe, I love being outside and doing on the farm stuff. That's my happy place. I'd whole lot rather be out here working on the farm, doing something, stay busy and be productive than I would any kind of pastime activity or whatever. I've gotten to the point now that when I've got into this homesteading and farming thing that anyway, I'm just so used to doing something now and trying to work and be productive and keep things going that I can't have free time anymore. I can't waste time sitting around or watching TV or something like that. I need to be doing something productive, and it's out here. It's plenty of things to do all the time. It's one of the slide down the board. But yeah, it's one of the things that it is not really considered on a farm and a homestead as much is prioritization. I mean, like I said, there's always a list of 10 million things that need to be done, but sometimes it's hard for me to decide exactly what needs to be done when, what needs to be tackled first and what can wait till later. The prioritization is a very big part of it, and something I'm working on more. That sounds pretty entertaining. That's pretty cool. But yeah, um, can't remember what all I wanted to talk about. I didn't really have a set list or anything tonight. Yeah, Splinter wouldn't have been good at all. But hopefully the videos that I've been making lately are something that's entertaining to you and maybe educational and stuff. A lot of people, a lot of channels report a lot of news stuff and everything, current events and all, but that's just not my style. a lot of them lean towards off-grid homesteading, and that's not what we're doing at the moment. There's a lot of farming channels, there's a lot of homestead channels, there's a lot of every kind of channel that you can imagine out there, tactical stuff and everything like that, but I try to maybe bridge the gap between homesteading and small farming. By that, I like to show y'all what's going on and maybe be able to teach you something along the way, or at least to encourage you to get out there and do it. But a lot of homesteading, what people call homestead, is very small scale. By that, I mean, and I'm not talking against anybody, doing it and the land you got and whatever and all that. I'm not against it. But a lot of the homesteading things is, somebody with, a small little place and, a couple of raised beds, maybe a 55-gallon drum tumbler for a compost bin, 10 chickens, and, a couple of rabbits, or maybe a hog or something like that. And like I said, I'm not knocking any of that, but that's just not what we're doing over here either. I want a homestead to the point that I'm self-sufficient. I can produce my own stuff, and to do that kind of homestead, and I honestly think you have to get into small farming at the same time, because we produce our own hay here for the animals and everything. Next year we're going to be planting. Hopefully we get a good yield out of it and everything, but we're going to be planting like 5 acres of corn, or maybe more, depending on how much we can handle and the seed and what we can afford at that time and everything like that. But we're really trying to upscale the production here. Keep increasing on the chickens and everything like that. Yeah, I'd like to see that solar setup, Brian Keith. I'll have to check that out. But yeah, it's really a fine line. Like I said, I want to produce enough to be self-sufficient and to have everything we need here. And also, if we can produce more than we need and be able to sell some and make a little bit of money, that'll be good too, because homesteading and small farming is not cheap by any means. We've got a lot of money tied up in it, not counting time and labor and everything, and we do most everything here ourselves and with help from friends and family and stuff. So if you were actually paying people to do it, it would be quite a bit higher. But we've got I really hate to say how much we got into it. Without the new tractor, what I had added up probably a couple of months ago is we had, I can't remember what it was now. I think we had $16,000 or $18,000 tied up in it then, counting animal cost, fencing. Hey, cat lady, good to see you. The fencing, the animals, the tractors that we had before we got the new one, equipment, and just the whole 9 yards, as they say, which is not counting the actual land cost and house and everything that we had before we started the homesteading deal. The sheds were here and all of that fun stuff, except the smokehouse. We built that, but it really gets to be expensive. And a lot of people think that they're just going to stock some seeds or something like that, and when the balloon goes up, they'll go out and throw them on the ground, and somehow magically a herd of meat animals will appear on their land, and they will stand around in one spot because they haven't got any fences or anything. Like I said, they're looking at this for a SHTF type of thing, and it's just not going to work. If you're going to plan on homesteading and being self-sufficient, when SHTF happens, you better start doing it now, or you're going to have a rude awakening. Like I said, you're not going to have the tools and the animals and the fencing and everything like that to actually do the work. Not only that, you're not going to have the skills required for it either. If that's your plan, you better start doing it now instead of waiting until the balloon goes up. Hey Loretta, good to see you. Yeah, cat lady, we got a little bit of rain up here. We got a shower this morning, and then we got a downpour this evening, and it's supposed to rain more tomorrow, which we welcome up here. We hadn't got a lot of rain at all. It's definitely been a drought. And yeah, but anyway, Jennifer Cruz, that's usually on here and following Prepper Nation and a bunch of other ones and everything. We need to keep her in her prayers, and our prayers, that she's had a tough thing going through right now, and we need to remember her. Yeah, cat lady, I seen some pictures and things like that. We hadn't got much rain up here, but y'all definitely have. I'm good, Loretta. How about you? I know I've been not on here very often, and the lives have definitely not been consistent and everything, but I have missed doing it and being able to hang out and communicate with everybody, but it's just been the way life is right now, and I imagine in the wintertime, when there's not so much that you can do and everything, then we hopefully will have more time to do it and to be on here. Yeah, diabetic. I haven't caught her live streams. I need to try to do that. Which like I said, I've really been out of the circle lately. I just hadn't had time to keep up with it. But yeah, hopefully everybody out there has been doing good. Things have been going your way, and you've been moving towards being more prepared and more self-sufficient, doing the things, getting ready for what's coming. And it's definitely not looking good, but at the same time, I don't really let it bother me a whole lot. I try to do what I can do on my end to be as prepared and as self-sufficient as possible, and then put faith in God on the rest of it, and hopefully that will carry me through. And alright, cat lady, I'll have to check them out. I hadn't checked out your channel in a while. I'll have to see those videos. That's good, Loretta. I'm glad you enjoy them. Like I said earlier, I've been making a lot more tractor and farming type videos here lately, and I hope it's people's been enjoying them and maybe learning something from it and getting some kind of value out of it. But yep, it's getting a little bit later now. probably going to cut it a little bit short here tonight, and hopefully I'll be able to get back in here next week and be on time about 9 o'clock or something like that, and um, hopefully I'll be a little more organized and have some things to talk about, and maybe play some music on here or something. But actually right now I don't even have a guitar in the room or anything. Alright, y'all. Well, I appreciate everybody coming on here and watching, and I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here, and y'all stay prayed up, prepped up, and strapped up. See ya.